Tomi Kisaragi. When we last saw her, she was stuck in the ruined future of 2025, raiding a bunch of convenience stores for food. But now they're starting to run out of supplies, and the stakes could not be higher, especially because they have no stakes. Down to their last 12 cans of pie filling or something.
They've disappeared into outer space. All the steaks and all the bread products have gone. It's just the pie filling that's left over.
My God, they're never going to be able to create a true pie with that.
It's kind of tragic. I mean, you could kind of cobble together a pie filling from, like, collated, like, you get it to condense.
Yeah, but you can't really cobble that sort of thing together without a Dutch oven.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, we have no idea how to start this episode. We already know that it's just going to end with Nenji has talked to Shu. He's just been like, hey, I was stuck in the future for a couple days.
Well, spoiler alert, first of all, you should tell us before you're spoiling. And second of all, you've kind of,
That was three episodes ago now?
Shinonome has been eaten. She's dead.
Yes, Shinonome is gone.
It's very
sad. They're
sad.
doing this weird the role-playing where they pretend like there's not a very sickly-looking skeleton off-screen. And that is unfortunately where her story ends. Which is too bad because that's the next episode we're doing.
It was very anticlimactic, and we know how it ends at that point.
It's just gonna be we start up Shinonome second part, and it's just a skeleton.
And I mean, it's left as a mystery. Like, they don't tell us in Shinonome what happened, like why. You have to wait until the final ending, where turns out Miwaka is also Tsukasa Okano, and you play as him. And at that point, Tsukasa decides to eat. She decides.
It's going to be like doing the New Game Plus and Hyper Light Drifter.
Decides, if you will,
which I did on this channel, so that is not a spoiler.
Okay. I like Hyper Light Drifter. That's good.
Yeah, they're coming out with another one. It's Hyper Light.
It's like something like that.
Remember, it's going to be like a sequel though.
Starts with a B, I think.
Breaker, Hyper Light Breaker. Yes.
Yes. It looks like it's going to be like a roguelite or something.
Hey, which you know what? That definitely fits in my whole wheelhouse. So
yeah, I mean, it was practically Hades in the movement, I think, in a lot of ways. Like, I think there was some.
That does not surprise me at all, given how Hyper Light Drifter worked.
Yeah, I mean, just
it's like the heavy emphasis on dashing and going for. You remember in Hades they have like the cast and the cast and usually a form of melee weapon. Not always, depends on what you chose, but. Mm-hmm. That is, it's a very comparable sort of set of gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, especially with all the dashes and stuff. And I mean, I felt like when I was playing Hades, these developers definitely played Hyper Light Drifter. There was too much.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And I mean, they made it work with the isometric camera, but it really wasn't that different. I feel like
everything Supergiant makes is isometric. They got a big they got kind of a theme in a lot of the games they make.
Well, they're famous for stretching their calves out on the windowsill.
They trying to make a nest or something?
What?
Isometric exercise.
Oh my God! No, no.
Steamtowns. I mean,
yes, no, I know, but like I'm
The Simpsons.
upset.
22 short films about Springfield. Parody of Pulp Fiction.
Wait, was that supposed to be a parody of Pulp Fiction?
Which is itself a pastiche of old Hollywood movies. Yes. And those.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Those in turn were old.
Their whole thing. But I mean, Tarantino does a lot of pastiches of stuff. He literally made Grindhouse.
Yeah. Quentin.
I feel like saying that it's a pastiche of movies is just like, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, Quentin makes pastiches.
So we're gonna restart this episode.
I think this is fine. This is good, actually. I don't know, it's not good. That would be a lie. And
they kind of didn't even try to talk about 13 Sentinels.
This is Shinonome. Or Shimano.
Yep, there's Shinonome right there. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Oh, I thought that was Sick Girl's skeleton. I thought Sick Girl had
Wait a second,
dead.
I have no object permanence. I'm pretty sure that's Shinonome.
Sick Girl is Dead Girl. Oh my God, she's alive.
And walking towards us.
And she's
and actually,
Terminator.
That's a failure state. Wow, you never see that.
Wow. There's not a lot of those, like... Are there a lot of those?
I think we've seen 2 up to this point, which the one in Megumi's episode, where she was able to try and shoot Shu when Nenji was there, and some other point in time, I want to say it was with A, by the way, speaking of which, that you could get attacked by robots there as well.
You also, I believe there was a failure. Yeah, like I think we saw this exact scene in Nenji's arc. So yeah,
Tomi
Chris.
Kisaragi, right?
I guess Nenji technically had failure states with the sense that you could not find out about who you could not advance the story or how Shinonome if you didn't take the medicine in time. But that's more of like every character has their routine
Gimmick.
they go through.
Yeah.
Dude, it was just a
And I mean, Shinonomi's obviously.
Oh, I guess she wasn't actually there.
Oh well.
So Ryoko-san's
Oh,
here
well, where'd
too.
she go? If she was there, she wasn't.
She's on the ground right in front of them.
Oh, that's right, the dead body, the skeleton who was the Terminator. Yes, that's right.
Be from the future, right?
Right.
I think the bit now is that we don't have object
that's all that was
permanence.
left. They never actually made a real skeleton model, so they're just trying to pretend like that's what human skeletons look like in this universe.
I don't think this bit works because we don't have object permanence. But
I don't think any of these bits work.
But we
I mean, as evidenced by the fact that we immediately started talking about other video games at the beginning of this.
like we don't have object permanence, but we can recall these stories in advanced detail.
So it told you about
I don't know what you're talking about. I think the object permanence bit is working pretty well right now.
Well, I mean, she's dead, and it's kind of like I want to find out
Right,
why.
audience? Come on, everybody post in the comments that you were a really big fan of the object permanence bit.
Well, you shouldn't have said this at 6.5 minutes because I think at this point there are no audience members left. So that was a mistake.
Well, I'll just call the episode the object permanence bit, and now people will have to figure out what I'm talking about.
Well, originally it was going to be the starvation bit, but that didn't work. Then it was the meta bit.
Yeah,
then
the
it was
starvation bit kind of went nowhere.
then it was the safe word to stop you from stopping the episode because it wasn't good. Bit.
We've been doing it's like twice as long as the actual episode is going to be. I've been sitting here being like, we've got nothing.
Every episode is like being
The great hole.
is like going through
This
one
feels like describes this episode.
recording one episode is like having an entire comedy career. Like it's just we there's a rise and fall. There's an acceptance of our own. Maybe we're not that great. Maybe we're just here to make people laugh. Maybe we're not here to talk about the real world, or in this case, the game, which isn't real. And that's why
It's true. I did that entire thing
about.
about how I was like, well, I don't want to just do play-by-play, being like, oh man, now they're standing in the street.
Yeah, look at that street. Look at the backgrounds. Look at those foregrounds. Look at that.
yeah, that.
Look at
that
the
entire
lens
thing.
flares.
But it's just like we know exactly where all this is going.
Look at that clock. Yeah, I mean, that would be an example that like when we're in Shu Amaguchi's apartment, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know if you actually saw the Shu Amaguchi apartment, but I did mention that
Yes,
specifically
I
when
remember.
I was
Yeah,
when I was going solo.
yeah, that was right about 6.5 minutes. That's about what I tuned off.
Oh man, I mean that was supposed to be a meta reference. I wasn't actually just I was using it to waste time. What am I even talking about?
It was a
But you
reference
did
to the
listen to
reference
the
of
the Frank
reference.
Ocean song, right? I sent you.
I didn't actually listen to that. I want to. I should.
Actually, after I went to go find that, I just sat down and listened to that entire album again. What a great one.
He's a good musician. I haven't, delved into his discography in like the last 5 or 6 years, but I thought he's liked everything I've heard by him.
Yeah, it's true. It's been a while for me too, but I don't know. It's when I think about going solo, that's the first song I think about.
Yeah. When I think of It's Been a While, I usually think of the
Oh
song.
my God,
been a while.
Shinonome's dead. All the flesh has been ripped off her bones by some sort of hungry teenagers.
Yeah, how could she be a robot but then also have flesh?
You just put flesh on a robot. I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
Look, there's there she is.
But it would be like tasting like meat. Well,
But she's also being guarded by another Shinonome.
But what happened to the other 3? Where did they go?
I think there's 2 of them that are on screen right now.
I mean, yeah, but what happened to like Nenji Ogata?
Oh man, we're still doing this bit. Okay, well I guess that's where we were at in her storyline.
426.
Trying to beat me down.
The pride of 20.
Boy, we should have did this one way earlier, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you shoot Shinonome?
She's being manipulated by the one
I like that this is
Please,
just,
in the comment section, tell me that you love the object permanence bit.
seals off the gate. It's all over.
but Shinonome is dead. What are you talking about, A? Shut up, A. Where did he go?
what's on your mind.
Shut up, 426. Even though, God, with everything else.
He has a gun.
You know what I think of when I think of 426? I think of, well, first of all, the year 2064 when 426 was invented. And then also
Yes.
420.
It was invented by what?
420
Who invented 426?
The same inventors who invented 420, weed,
Oh, nice.
69,
Nice.
sex, and 666, the devil. 426.
Secure the crane.
That's my username.
That was what they originally wanted to call him.
426, 420, 69, 666. That's actually my username on YouTube.
Oh, my name is Weedman Killer 69XX, surrounding everything.
I like the. I feel like mine is too long. Like yours is a little bit more precise.
You're talking to a guy that named himself Dr. Inferno Firebird.
Well, that was a shortening of the original thing, wasn't it?
Take us all the
Like
way to the
the.
bottom.
No.
podcast?
It's still Dr. Inferno Firebird on Twitch because I created that before the YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Doc Firebird
I
is
should
pretty good.
you can in fact change that. Maybe I should do that at some point in time.
Nice
Oh my
little-
god, Shinonome is back.
Wow.
Also,
thought-
she's here.
She's healthy. Oh my god.
No, she's still got the bandages around her head.
Oh yeah, that's right. That means she's deadly ill. What is Mira doing here? Or prior
because
Mira.
You gonna be okay?
I don't know.
Just
well,
to sway in the breeze.
technically, he should. Technically, he was here. Natsuno was all over the various sectors,
Recognize me?
but this could be before. No, it's definitely not.
We're just, we're
Yeah, the timeline. Look, don't make me do the timeline again. Not again.
Okay. The who's of uninteresting characters. By the way, we're only missing Fuyusaka.
Hang on a little longer. We need to get
Like,
back to 19.
I can do these. It's Shinonome, Tomi Kisaragi, and Mira, but like, not,
Kills are in sector 4.
not, no one there is really. Oh, and then the girl on the left, but Miwaka.
She will
Right.
be.
Miwako.
Miwako, okay, yes.
Dude, look, she's kind of a minor character, all things considered.
Happened to her.
Okay, I mean she's not a.
She is
playable,
literally sick girl.
so- yeah.
An incident occurred during our
Wait, I mean, no, she's not actually literally sick girl. That's just what we call her.
Yeah, that was something we
All
made
right, I
up.
forgot.
That's something we don't have object permanence issues. That's a bit, but the thing where we can only reference things that are happening in terms of other things that we've referenced, that is a real thing. That's like a
God,
real
and I called
illness.
the Shu Amaguchi the clip show episode.
Like we're the real sick girls in this.
Yes, truly. Truly, when you stare into the abyss stares back, and that being a sick girl this time.
Yeah, I mean I've always said don't watch too much The Abyss too many times for that very reason.
Yes,
I mean,
this is.
It's better than that other movie that's not. Wait, no, the Abyss was the bad one. The Abyss was the
The
one.
abyss was the one.
It was not a
with-
very good movie. It was like the robot or whatever who's actually an alien, or Harry is Jerry, and it was kind of a horror. No, I'm thinking
I
of
thought the
Sphere.
abyss was the
I'm
one
thinking
where
of Sphere.
it
Sphere
was
was
a shark.
Sphere was the bad one. Abyss was the good one, but I don't remember anything that happened. And they were both Event Horizon, which I think was also good. I don't remember.
Well,
them.
we're gonna do the episodely, whatever you'd call it. Looking at Google here, I suppose.
She's the reason we're able to use it at all.
You know how that is.
I'm not actually looking at Google. I just have an encyclopedic memory for bullshit.
Well, I mean, I'm just killing time before I can bring back up the object permanence bit.
I always forget that Ben Affleck and Ben Stiller are different people. I mean, they're totally different people, but they both have like brunette hair, and they're both kind of from the same era, like the early 90s. And so I was just like, oh yeah, it's directed by Ben Stiller. Is that the same person as Ben Affleck? No, that's Ben Affleck. That's a different person. That's the guy, Matt Damon.
This machine.
She's the
1989 American science fiction film written and directed by James Cameron. Okay.
I want to be clear. I'm not looking up anything when I'm doing this. This is all off the cuff, in the old noodle, the old noggin.
Yep. Which is, of course.
I like.
Oh yeah. I suppose that since we're doing Kisaragi's storyline, of course, we're gonna have like a little bit more stuff with Inaba.
This is
As you do.
This is actually worse than any of the other takes that we've done, I think.
Well, you want to redo this one now?
No, bananas.
What's going on?
Well, this is what happens when we know everything. We know everything. We are omniscient in terms of 13 Sentinels. Aegis Rim.
I'm omniscient, but I have no ability to retain information, so it kind of works out. It's like a superpower with a curse, or a gift with a bad thing, like the gift of the Magi.
Wait, that's what? What is that, Kisaragi?
It's it's me from the future, or a previous loop of me, or
And it's gone as suddenly
and it's gone as suddenly as it appeared. Truly,
Oh no. Well,
we'll never find out.
Try it again. No, it's not interacting.
Completely off the radar. What did you do? How did you make contact?
I don't know.
Push the floating the floating hologram button in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Is that what you have to do? Do you just have to press it again?
No, you had to go talk to Nenji.
Sound like you?
Duh. Like, what are you thinking, man?
You have to try to
Now
leave
you gotta
the
go
room.
talk to Mira.
No, you have to leave the room, and they have to say, what are you doing? Why are you leaving the room? We still haven't interacted with this hologram.
I mean, that is more or less what happens sometimes.
Yeah, like, that's a big pet peeve for me in games when they do that. Like, the design thing where it's like, oh, well, you have to leave, and then they have to tell you oh, no, we've got to stay. You haven't even seen the banquet, and that's when the banquet starts. Like, just, no, give me the item that starts the banquet.
Yes, I know. Or just like, having to leave and then reopen. It's just like, okay, well, we got to go save and quit and then reload the area, and then the Dark Souls NPC is dead, because that's how every one of the storylines ends.
I mean, a banquet would be a bad example here because they're starving.
Yeah, I think we're done with that bit. I don't think that bit had any legs.
Are they? They're no longer starving, is that right? Or are they?
I don't think they were ever starving. I mean, especially after they ate Shinonome. That's
Yeah, they just ripped her flesh from that skeleton and then just like,
Terminator skeleton.
Sucked it down like.
If you're a big fan of the object permanence bit, please post in the. This is all I got.
Sorry, I need to finish this sentence so it doesn't sound gross. Sucked it down like your crayfish. Like that's how they rip the flesh off.
It's like the marrow from the bones, right? I've never done that myself, but I know that's a thing.
It is really good. You don't eat marrow from the bones? Now once I started doing it, it's like
oh no, oh no, uh-oh.
universal thing.
Uh-oh, we're doing it again.
It's here.
Which thing are we doing that you're upset about?
This underground mainframe.
What would you consider sucking marrows from the bones to be?
I would consider it to be delicious, in my experience.
Would you say that you are eating?
Oh no, I see what you're going. You're doing like you're doing the Kirby thing. You're referencing Kirby again.
Bones.
Oh, I ate the bones. I don't.
Dude, oh wow, that took you way longer.
It actually,
than I thought here.
yeah, I didn't realize what you were. Well, I was trying to figure out what you were referencing.
Oh my god, a Shinonome just appeared.
We have referenced multiple things that could have been referring to. Like you said, oh, like we were talking about the whatever mouth thing that you mentioned.
The what? No, I was clearly going for the eighth of bones. I mean, it's like we're talking about eating bones. Well, you're right. This is the worst episode we've ever done. Are you sure you don't want to restart this one?
No, we're good. We're good. I'm sure.
Okay, well, let's keep on here.
I like that sometimes it was like it's Ruined City, and now it's the shrine from 1985. So sometimes they say the year, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they give the clock animation, sometimes they don't. They're not very consistent, and they're always lying.
Yes, it's. I think at this point in time you could probably have done this without knowing about the Five Cities twist.
Yeah, I mean,
so
at a certain
even
point,
more than that.
What is the Five Cities twist gain us, even from a storytelling perspective.
Wasn't she right next to you?
A way to patch together these storylines in any way at all.
But you already have nanomachines. I guess then you'd have to have time travel. Okay, so it wouldn't be trivial.
Behind.
Like, if you could just do time travel, why don't you just go back to the beginning? Why don't you just go back to Earth? The actual Earth.
She's not like us.
I don't know.
The people.
Yeah, no,
here,
it's...
everyone in
The twist does not serve the story.
Everyone in the city.
by that
We're all man. Like, whoa, oh man! Did you hear about this, man? Did you hear about the universal control? Yeah.
Did you know that Universal Control is a computer established underground
Truth.
to
Universal
control the
control
nanomachines?
strings.
And if you're not one of the 15 people, etc. and so on.
Yeah. Did you know that Shinonome has been referred to as sick girl?
Omniscient. We're omniscient when it comes to this game. I mean, I am at least.
Did you know that Tomi Kisaragi is a glasses girl? She has glasses. Or
That's.
Did you know-
Much in the same way that A has a gun. Tomi has glasses.
did you know that we're gonna go through Tomi Kisaragi's story, and we don't have any material, so we're just gonna kind of riff.
Tomi Kisaragi, more like, to me, kids are starving.
You actually did a good job with that. I hate that.
It's way after we already decided we weren't doing that bit, and I just stole it. I just was like, yoink, it's mine now.
Well, I did not deliver that well. I just delivered that as a non sequitur after you did your intro, and I'm just
Of
like,
the hour and a half that we spent trying to start this episode, and then instead talking about Kirby mouthful mode.
I think the to me is really what elevates it, though. Like, you know, it's just like
You've got to remember that.
kids are starving. That kind of sounds like kids around. Yeah, okay, fine.
It just sounds so. It's so. It's nothing.
It's so-
None of this is anything.
It's so like glib. It's like, hey, folks, to me, kids are starving.
They're not even in the ruined future anymore.
Yeah, that's probably why it was good. I mean, like the kids are no longer starving. They're clearly well fed, and in this part of the country.
Anyway, she's not actually missing. She's here, but with like amnesia,
Okay. And
but not like the normal amnesia. The one where the computer does the thing.
is Miwako a real person?
Anything at all?
No, she's just a collective hallucination.
I mean, you say that like we didn't literally have that with Shiba-kun.
She's just not one of the main 15 people.
Why would
Who I guess probably because they managed the project are exempt from universal controls, etc.
You're getting better at lying, but I know you're lying.
Why would she be the one person missing from there while everybody else stayed?
Everybody else is a playable character. She's either Tsukasa Okino or something like that. It's something where she's one of the main characters, and we just haven't.
Then she wouldn't have been taken because the 15 main characters
Or
or their previous loop versions are the only ones that are exempt from that sort of level of universal control on them.
Jiro Kurabe is literally talking to an imaginary friend in the background of this scene.
Yeah, but that's not universal control. That's a version of himself, which is why it's exempt from the tether and so on.
Oh, okay. I mean, are they exempt? What do you mean exempt from universal control?
Because they didn't have their memory wiped of going to the different sectors.
Oh, okay.
But she's acting like she's
So they're aware that there are multiple sectors, and that's how that. Okay.
to that underground computer.
I mean, if they weren't, that would be this would be a pretty weird way. Yeah, how did the story have worked up until this point?
I mean, it doesn't really. It hasn't.
Hey, look, everybody, it's this scene.
Oh, we're in the brain
like
station.
the real version of this scene, not the one that's in the brain station.
Yeah, not the one that's completely. Well, it's not imaginary. Yeah, Miwako has no memory of the whole ordeal.
It's like nothing ever happened.
Oh, I see. So she's actually like a normal one who's acting as a foil. Okay, never mind. That actually would make sense. But she's
Yes, and I can't remember exactly which one. Yeah, I mean, it's like, well, we already know about this from the other storylines.
well, we don't
We were
know.
able to kind of infer all of this from just everything else that was happening.
Oh, I remember this dialogue too. She says it like 10 times. Everyone hear it in the same. Note.
What was the one specific? She didn't say specifically this, but I can't. She did say something
That
else.
underground
Okay.
computer. I bet it has the answers.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
don't
we've
remember.
been there plenty of times before. That's kind of the thing.
This isn't our first rodeo. Well, It might be the way that they... I think you have to get to, like, the halfway point of Nenji to get to this point of Kisaragi, right?
Whole place is crawling with a bunch of Shinonome skeletons.
Yeah. Well, where did she go? She was eaten multiple times.
Multiple times.
Well,
we even ate the bones.
I think...
Wait, why are there skeletons then?
One of my issues with the way that they do robots in this game is that they made, like, they have, like, the flesh outer exterior, and they made it with pie filling. That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you do that? It makes almost as much sense as making 5 identical cities right next to each other.
I was gonna say that. Shinonome Senpai was eaten, yes. Looking at me with her keyhole face in the skull.
Oh, Sekigahara.
Calm down. Just think about
It's actually
what
he's
you're
named
saying.
A.
You really want to mess
Or
with
I.
that thing? Shit's dangerous.
Yes.
And you know,
Or E.
if you get stranded again, you might be
You.
stuck for good.
You.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the brain station.
You put it like that.
Yes, this is the exact scene that happened, by the way. Yeah, the maybe you've got a point.
I should
Yeah.
That was I should slow down. Yep, this is the exact dialogue.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember that. Yeah.
So it's like it basically what you did was to start out Nenji's storyline. You took out all of the parts where they were talking about robots and stuff,
worried about me that much.
and only kept out the part where maybe I'm thinking about it too much.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. Very compelling storytelling.
It's just
Also, about the fact that we were just stranded in the future and had to eat Shinonome and everything.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very particular
We're stranded in the
way to
future.
to pick that out that scene.
Yep, we were stranded in the future for 2 days. As you do.
I get it, all right? We'll think of something together.
As they did.
Don't go rushing off on your own.
Now, is that person in the background, are they meaningful? They look like a Guess Who guy, like, person. Like,
Oh, hey, it's your favorite character.
oh yeah, it's... Look, you can't tell me that is... You're telling
You
me...
have to kill an episode because you just talked about him being future Nenji. Like, that was just a given. And I could not understand what you were saying. And I kept asking you if
The
you were
post-
referring to something else, and you're just like, yeah, like it's the most
They're
natural.
posed in the same way. They're exactly the same character.
They are not. We
They
even
couldn't.
talked about this in the Nenji episode.
I don't care if it's archetype. It is the same. Like, they've got shirts. They got the same shirts. They've got the same buttons. Same hairstyle.
It's
Same.
school
The same
uniform
eyebrows.
clothes or something.
The same eyes. You are,
Don't though.
I don't know.
We did this in the Nenji episode.
I don't know why you feel
What,
the need to lie.
The stupidest. What? I like this. In any other case, I would think this was a bit where you're doing the like, where it's like, yes, that was about time loop. So now we're talking about the exact same.
I'm convinced that you're lying to me, though. I know we got to the end of Nenji's, his storyline, but it has to be. Come on, you told me that there's going to be like a "Where are you now? Where are they now?" section, right?
You're right.
Yes, for the final episode, we are going to get a "Where are they now?"
And Nenji Ogata is going to be that other character. I know it. And you're going to be like,
It's not.
yeah.
Look, I'll lie to you about a lot of things. That's stupid. The thing you said is stupid.
Why should it make you more trustworthy when you say, I know I lied about a lot of things?
Because then I admit it.
But you could be lying to me right now. You could be lying about the number of things that you'd be willing to lie to me about. Like, it's like a hustler saying,
What am I, 13 Sentinels?
you know, I'm hustling, you know, I hustle a lot of customers, but you're the real deal. I think you might be able to beat me at basketball. But well, let's bet on it.
You know me. Still the same old G. I wouldn't lie to you about this.
I believe you, but I still feel like you're lying. I don't know. I don't know how to square that circle.
When we
Well,
arrived,
fine. You're wrong. But
it was right.
I will die on this hill that character. I played the game. I know this.
I believe you. I believe it. And I don't know why you would lie about this, but I know that you are.
But what do I do to get him to show
It's
up?
just hard to
We're
explain.
like the same age. They're in the same school class.
They
and
don't look like they're
everything.
the same age. One of them looks like he's
Why would-
16 years
why
older
would
than the other
Neji
one.
why would he be beating up himself?
Here's the thing that's bothering me, because they look exactly the same. They have the same uniform. They have the same... Fucking go. Like, no, the thing that's bothering me is you acknowledge that there's a similarity there. Like, that's why I don't trust you. Shit.
I will like go and pull. There is a mystery file on that character. Do you want to go pull that up right now to show you? That just it has one sentence of he's this guy that's just over here all the time.
Why would you believe 13 Sentinels? Why would you believe this game? Oh, it's got a mystery file in it. It's gonna tell you the truth.
We're like questioning the validity of fiction at this point.
We're at the shrine where they lied to us with the clock icon.
Is this the destruction of the story?
I mean,
is the linear ability to tell a tale in question now because of 13 Sentinels?
you dragged me into this game, and I mean, I feel
And
like
now I'm dragging you through your inability to understand how a narrative works.
I don't understand how narrative works. That has nothing to do with understanding how you lie. Like,
I'm not lying about narratives.
I think you're lying about that character being Neji Ogata from a previous loop. It's okay, fine. It's genetically identical to Neji Ogata. That character.
Yes, but they did live very different lives, as we know.
Yeah.
As Tetsuya Ida would say.
Yeah, about Shu Amaguchi. Because they are
About
genetically
Shu
identical.
Hamaguchi, yes. Or did they? Because apparently the ability to tell a narrative is now in question, now isn't it?
I'm not questioning the ability of
Maybe
narrative.
they lied about that. Maybe they're actually totally different characters.
No, I'm not questioning
Maybe
narrative.
there were never any characters in the first place. So you
I'm-
all imagined this entire story.
I believe that the 13 Sentinels lies to me. I believe that you lie to me.
I don't even believe that 13 Sentinels exists.
Didn't you do an entire Dead Cells series where you just pretended like you hadn't played it before?
Yeah, that was yeah. Well, no, I didn't pretend like I didn't play it before. I pretended like this was the first time I was posting anything on the channel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. But that is a flagrant lie.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time I've done stupid bits like that on the channel before. For last year, for the April Fool's Day, I posted up a video of Binding of Isaac where I pretended like I was streaming it and even thanked people for subs and stuff.
That's pretty funny.
It's like I don't even know if anybody noticed.
Yeah. No. I mean, and the thing is, I lie just as badly. So I know that you're lying because I've got experience with the kinds of lies that I tell and the kinds of lies that you tell, and they're very similar, but they're not quite the same. And this is the middle of the Venn diagram. This is something you would
I can't
totally.
believe that this has gone from the object permanence bit to the existential crisis episode.
This is something you would lie about, and it's something the game would lie about, and it was something I would frankly lie about if I had played it.
Hey man, how can you tell if anything's real? I don't think this is a fake video game. Created as a prank so that I had to do it on channel.
Just arbitrarily completely being upfront. Oh yeah, well, Shu is.
Is this any
Tetsuya
less
Ida.
arbitrary than what you're saying right now?
You're like Jiro Izumi is Jiro Karabe, of course. Tetsuya Ida is Shu Amaguchi, or genetically identical.
Go through all of them.
Mira is the robot. The cat is Jiro Izumi. 426 is Jiro Izumi. Fucking Tamao is a robot that's 426. Which is Jiro Izumi, and then there's Future Goat. I mean, we've seen all the future characters. That's
Yeah, every
into
character
it.
has their even a future.
that's Milwaukee right there.
No, that's Tsukasa.
Oh, of course.
Back at it again
That's
with
just
the
straight up,
skirt and
okay.
wig, huh?
I don't know how you confuse. This is not the first time in this episode you've confused the two.
I mean, we've already done the bit where I don't have object permanence, so.
Oh yeah, right.
But I
This is the object permanence bit.
I just-
slash existential crisis episode.
I just think that you would like.
What a weird title for this episode.
It's funny because like you would deny you're gonna tell me the truth about all the other characters, but the most obvious for all
We only have 4 episodes left after this point, so you're going to know.
At most 4. I mean,
that's right. There's actually a secret 5th episode.
No, if we're counting this one, it's 4. 5 with this one. But
yes, but we're doing this episode right now. I don't know if you've noticed.
There's the secret episode.
I don't know if you've noticed, but we've actually been recording an episode this entire time.
Oh yeah. Well, this is one of the 5 or one of the 4 if we're pretending that the secret one doesn't exist. It's the last one will be called
Here's the thing: we could do another episode.
The last one will be episode 14.
We joke about this, but I talked about in the Shu Amaguchi episode how there are 3 areas and then a 4th final area. There's actually a 5th area, but it has nothing to do with the story. It's just more battles.
Oh.
So we could do another episode.
Well, we should do that on the
stream. Like the gameplay section of 13 Sentinels in the super hard bonus, campaign area if we wanted to. Also, hey, this is the part that's happening after Shu Amaguchi's storyline. Hey, how about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we could do that if we really wanted to.
I mean, we don't really want to.
No, I don't either.
Like.
We've talked plenty of times about the gameplay.
I think we are going to have to do Danganronpa at some point, though.
Oh God, please no! Wait, that's not your goal. Your goal was to get rid of the D code.
Oh,
you're changing. You can't just change your the faction.
Mm-hmm. So that's how it is. Well, yeah, you can. That'd be totally
yeah, I
reasonable.
can. I know.
Went to an unknown man.
It's a control ship.
Okay.
We've briefly gotten a hold of it from here.
Well, anyway, so
I feel like there's one more twist left. It's not going to be very.
It's a control ship.
What do you mean?
That's the thing that we've been describing Miyuki Inaba being on this entire time.
Oh, okay.
It's like we've gone over this in two other storylines so far because we know everything. Omniscient.
Oh yeah, that's right. And of course.
Yeah, Shu, this is technically taking place after your storyline. You should know.
You want to know why? Ida did it himself.
And there we are, because he did it himself. We saw that. We saw the entire thing where he shut down our Sentinel.
Yeah. Something about.
It's just filling out all the rest of the little holes of information that we have about the story.
Yeah, and having other characters like get that information at any given time. I think in a certain way there.
Yeah, we didn't have to do Shu's storyline first, but I guess this does put more context. But at what cost?
I do have to say one thing I do respect about this game is that there's not a lot of. It doesn't leave a lot of stuff unexplained other than the basic stupid stuff like the 5 identical cities. And it's not like they didn't explain that. It's just it's dumb. like they're explaining how all the characters get the necessary information.
Yeah, and it's the timeline is very tight in this game. It's true, but like I said, don't ask me to actually tell you what it is.
Yeah. And it's like, okay,
they clearly covered all of their bases when it comes to everything in this plotline.
Yeah, one of the things we went off on Persona a lot of times for is that they would build up to things and then they would sort of just completely, not deliver, or they'll just completely change them because, I guess we fired that writer and we had to just change. This one feels like it is an authentic.
They did write that game over 10 years.
Yeah. And this feels like a game with an authentic vision. It's tight writing for what it's worth. I just don't feel like the stakes.
Yeah, but the problem is that the format means that you just see a lot of the same stuff.
It's a lot of lying.
Also it is just a lot of twists. It's just a lot of shocking reveals.
Yeah, and at a certain point you just become numb to that, and it's hard to tell if something has no stakes or high stakes. Ace Attorney worked because you knew they were going to give you some weird bullshit, and that's fine. That's totally okay, it's a turnabout. There's going to be a bunch of reversals, obviously. Okay, whatever. This one is trying to do all the twists all at once, and that's why it's not really working. Like,
Well,
Ace
not all at once. He's trying to do all the twists spaced out over a 30-hour game.
Yeah, so that you get one twist every like 2 minutes for 30 hours.
Well, except now it's starting to fall apart now that we know all the twists.
Yeah, we've run out of twists.
We've run out of twists, so now we're just kind of doing cleanup,
Yeah,
more or less,
like-
for the rest of the story, just to clear up the tiny things that don't really matter that much.
Yeah, and also to use
And then we start doing object permanence bits.
yeah, and just like, you know, go through all the characters, like the character models from the future that we haven't gone through yet. Just to
I think we've seen all of them
yeah,
at this point.
that's probably right.
Oh no, we have not seen Kisaragi, which
What?
it doesn't matter. It's not like a big thing.
Okay.
don't get excited.
Oh, I mean, we're just,
Curb those expectations.
it's pretty clear what we're gonna
Start curbing them.
Okay, it's already good. Yeah.
Curb them a little bit more.
So you're me.
Okay, are you properly curbed now?
It's completely curbed. Yeah, I have no enthusiasm.
Okay.
Just like you.
Wait,
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen everybody else.
What's going on?
wait.
Yeah, is there anybody that you can even think of that we haven't seen like a 2188 scene of?
Don't think so.
Sheena Nome was the one that admitted that she turned all the terraforming robots on the cities. Like Hijiyama and Okino, we've seen. We had that reveal where it's like Okino is apparently Fuyusaka's, or not Fuyusaka, Morimura's like biological son. Which who cares?
Have we seen?
We saw like Goto being the old man. We saw like Sekigahara
We've definitely seen Natsuno in the future.
being a cool assassin.
Yeah.
We saw like Megumi being, you know, brought on the ship as like one of the few people uninfected by the thing.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure we've seen everybody.
Of course, we saw Mira because Mira was the one who came up with the idea of putting everyone in 1945.
Yeah, Mira was the one who did. Mira was also talking to Tamao, so
Yeah.
Mira was the one that came up with the whole stupid 1940s. He loves them.
Have we seen old Shu Amaguchi? That's a serious question. Like,
Yeah, we did see Tetsuya Ida. He was the one that said he was the one that was just like, hey, somebody uploaded their consciousness into the computer, and then that's, you know,
No, wait.
the tiny Chihiro.
Oh, that's right, because Tetsuya Ida was in 2188, but also it was a recreation. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay.
But he's a clone of Tetsuya Ida.
Yeah. Okay, got
And then he got a new name for whatever reason.
Uh-huh, yeah.
They don't really need to do that.
Right, Tetsuya Ida Amaguchi.
You're able to control the
I,
satellite from your
look, you stole my thunder with that kids are starving bit.
You've already did the Tsukasa Okino.
We've done that like 8 times.
You've done it so many times. You just keep doing it.
I actually kind of, I mean, did I say the one where, oh yeah, Tsukasa Okino.
She's the one who designed the second phase of interstellar development. There you go. Kisaragi was a terraforming researcher, and here's the log. There.
Tsukasa.
Now we have seen all of the characters.
Tsukasa is really housing this pie filling.
Continuing my report from yesterday.
All right,
Okay, there. That's all of them. That's everyone.
This was our 25th terraforming.
this is our 25th terraforming attempt.
We believe
We're
that
really
this is
shitty at it.
57B. In order to reach a habitable state for humanity,
Wow, this was so important that we need to save this one for last.
a bit longer than
So is this from 2188 though? Like, are these?
February 8th, 2188.
How does it say it on there? Okay.
They just said that.
Okay.
Laura's suggestion. I updated the system on the command ship.
But then she said it took 1,800 years.
Surface
This is, you know,
Oh,
that's
it's
not
a-
even counting like the travel to this place in the first place.
It's all a simulation.
determine whether
That's the final twist.
needs to be redone.
No, no, not at this fucking point in time. I mean, it already is a simulation. What are you talking about?
I mean, like a simulation, like it's all happening in the year 2188.
Can't wait to return to the surface.
I don't know. That's just a guess.
Do we have to do the Wajima thing again?
You have not convinced.
I have
Wait,
to see if you can
Wajima.
trust me on at least one fucking
Wait,
point.
the name is Wajima
like
Nenji Ogata. Look,
final phase.
I know it's an.
not the same.
It sounds like an anagram. It's a complex anagram that my English brain isn't smart enough to understand.
The command ship
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're almost done with this.
We can take?
Yo, no, we got 4 episodes left.
I mean, hell. I just meant this episode, but... Alright, well, we're done with this episode.
Yes, we are in fact done with this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Please post in the comments that you all loved the object permanence bit.
Yeah, also, what visual novels would you like to see in the future?
Please no.